and welcome to Lunch Therapy. I'm Joel Marshall. This is my turtle friend back here, swimming around, sea turtle time. It is Lunch Therapy Interview Friday, and Interview Friday happens every Friday at noon here on Joel Marshall's Lunch Therapy. We're streaming out to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, LinkedIn, and today we're going to interview an incredible performer, entertainer, I guess is what I'm going to call him. He's called Jingle Man. He's a comedian, and we're going to learn all kinds of stuff from him. So let's get into this thing. This is called Lunch Therapy. I'm going to get myself a modem. 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 All right. Lunch Therapy Interview Friday. Lunch Therapy is a place where you can take a break from the crap. And on Fridays, we interview people. On Tuesdays, we do a contest. A lot of times we give away a prize. Come join us on Tuesdays. The contest usually starts around 12:15. The show starts at noon. We breathe. We commune. We talk about comedy. We do some stand-up comedy on Tuesdays. On Fridays, we bring on comedians, actors, filmmakers, and other inspirational people to help us keep our minds right, help us keep our creativity going, and just basically have a fun time. I want to say thank you to all the Patreons out there. This show does not run without Patreons. And these are the Patreons up here. I'm not sure who that guy is out there. That bear is dancing in my back. Oh, he disappeared. Oh, wow. So there's some of the Patreons up there. Jay Patterson, Pam Palmieri, Neil Phillip. We got a new Patreon. I'm waiting for the new Patreon to come through here. Seth Word, Jason Edelman, Mary Marks. Oh, here we go. Drum roll, please. Ivy Palma. Yay. Thank you, Ivy Palma, for being a Patreon. And Howard Aronin, thank you for being a wonderful comedian and just a happy hummingbird. Happy hummingbird year. Yes, it's the new year. We're already on the third day of 2025. It's already exciting. I had a pipe burst in my house. So after this, I got to go meet with a plumber. That's no fun. That's no fun. But we're going to try and have fun here today. This is the place where we dance around like a bear. We have dancing bears on the show for some reason. It's fun. All right, we start every show with some deep breaths. A lot of times we do healing vibrations, which is a channel on YouTube where you can go relax, be a part of the vibe tribe. This cat right here is named Perseus. That's Travis Schumacher's cat. My cat is here. His name's Charlie. This is a live cam of Charlie. They look like they could be related, don't they? I mean, they're like almost the same cat. Interesting. Anyway, Charlie, Perseus, Travis, we're all sending out healing vibrations to all of you hummingbirds out there. So in through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. Howard says, hit that plumber with a, do you know who I am? I'm sure you'll get a great discount. Yeah, I'm sure. You know, it's funny. That's one of the things that's great about not being rich and famous is you can say, hey, I don't have the money. Can you charge me a little less? I would imagine if you were rich and famous, people would come to your house and just be like, give you like inflated prices. So there's one of the benefits. Congratulations. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. What if you were famous and not rich? That'd be really hard. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. You know, sometimes it's not about how much money you make, it's about what you do with it. Because there are lots of people that you think are rich and they are filing for bankruptcy. I know. All right, let's get on with this. I got a great guest for you today. All right, behind me is the Magic Castle. For those of you that might not know the Magic Castle, it is an establishment that's been around since, I believe, 1962 here in Los Angeles. It's a club where magicians congregate and perform for each other, but also members of the club and members of the club's friends. If you ever come to Los Angeles and you want to go to the Magic Castle, it's a little tricky. You have to get invited, but it's well worth it. And there are lots of magicians out there that will invite you to the club. We're going to hear more about this because our guest today performs at the Magic Castle. His name is Jingle Man, or at least that's what we're calling him today. He's a clown, he's a magician, and now he's a stand-up comic. He's performed in schools all over the country, corporate events. I met him at the Hollywood Comedy, which is a very glamorous establishment in the heart of Hollywood. Almost as glamorous as the Magic Castle, but not quite. It's up and coming. It's up and coming. So let's get him in here. This is Jingle Man. And this is Interview Friday, Lunch Therapy.
Well, I work with scars. I work with a lot of scars. I name all my scars, and if I would actually, this was a scarf, I would name it Midnight. Right? 1, 2, 3. Real bird. Touch you, touch you. Put it right here, put it right here. You guys watching? There she is.
Oh!
Did you guys see that? Hey, look. Ready!
Welcome to Lunch Therapy, Jingle Man.
Thank you for having me, Joel.
All right. I love the fact that we both got the green screens, so that we're like just floating heads. That's super fun. All right. So we met at Hollywood Comedy. I've seen your comedy. Love it. I think you're kind of venturing into a new thing with comedy. Is that right?
It is fairly new.
Yeah, fairly new, which is cool, which is super cool.
Look, before we go any further, I don't want to interrupt you, man.
Interrupt me, please.
Sharing gifts is nothing major.
Right.
Got a little bubbly for you.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much.
A little sparkling apple cider. Look, this is my first podcast ever. I thought I'd have done. I've actually been performing for 36 years.
Wow.
I've never done a podcast, so I'm honored to be here.
Oh my God!
And then besides that, I have one for me also.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, today is my second anniversary. Is 2 years to the date, January 3rd. I started doing comedy at the Hollywood Comedy.
Oh, you did?
Cheers to you, Lunch Therapy, and
cheers.
I, I should have sent you something. Like I saw one of your the young lady last week. I think maybe on Tuesday she had
Oh yeah,
the strap.
she handed me
Yeah,
the anxiety doll.
yeah. I should
Yes.
talk to you about that.
You
But
know what's funny is I have a bottle of Martinelli's.
oh, we just talked a minute ago. I don't know why I didn't bring all that
I
up.
have a bottle of Martinelli's because that's what I drank on New Year's. The
Oh
Martinelli's
man,
had the
I'm really upset that I didn't bring that up earlier.
oh,
But
that's
I'm
all right.
honored
We
to
could have
be
done
here,
it.
Joe. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Next time you come on the show, we're going to do that. We're going to pass something
Okay.
between us.
So I'm invited back. Do you
Yeah, you're
ever?
invited back already. It's already going so well.
Okay. Great.
So it's so great to have you here. I love your comedy. I love your point of view. Obviously the other day we were talking about, such things as Captain Kangaroo and Clarabelle and even Kukla,
You're
Fran, and
dating both
Ollie,
of them.
which is
Yeah,
so
you're
great. Yeah,
dating both
dating.
of us
I
because
know.
most of the comedians are so much younger. They've never heard of any of these characters.
I did that show, Origins of Comedy, and I think it's important that we know the origins of comedy as much as
Man,
possible.
I went to the show. That was the show that I was at, right?
Yes, yes. Thanks
I
so much for
loved it.
coming.
And look, the greatest, I'm so happy I went. The greatest thing for me was the fact that there were three performers, right?
Yep.
The first young lady, she's an actress.
Gayla
Is she an
Johnson.
actress?
Gayla Johnson, yeah.
Gayla, right? And she's
Hmm.
been doing that forever, but she was a professional clown for 6 years.
Yes, yes.
And the following act was
Eric Davis. Eric
okay.
Davis.
Eric was a clown with Cirque du Soleil, right?
Yes, he was. And he was also the famous clown, The Red Bastard, which is a really interesting show. If you ever get a chance to see The Red Bastard, go.
Okay.
For sure.
And you yourself was raised by a clown, right?
That's right. JP Patches, Gertrude. Yeah, in
You're
Seattle.
big in Seattle, right?
Well, I find that a lot of my guests started out as clowns. A lot of comedians were clowns. Strangely enough,
Yeah.
it seems sort of like I don't know, like a little too on the nose, I guess. I don't know.
It is.
We were talking about David Arquette too, who's a friend of the show. He is now playing Bozo. He's being
Oh, yeah,
Bozo.
you did tell me that.
I think he has the rights to Bozo. So we're going to be seeing some more of that. So
That's
is
what you
that
told me.
what you started out with, or did you start out with magic?
Yeah, that was the first thing I ever did, like 36 years ago. I had a friend, Zimbo the clown, great friend. She had a party supply, and I lived right across, and she needed help and just asked me to be a clown. And man, talk about destiny or whatever. Thank God, because I say it all the time. I don't make nearly the money that so many people make, but I've enjoyed my life, and I've never gone hungry, and I just really enjoy. I love what I do. I just love what I do. I love kids. I love entertaining, and that's why the comedy. I'm old. I'm an old man to start comedy. I'm 60 years old, so
Yeah.
that's old to be trying to start comedy. But I love it. I was born to be on stage. I love being in front of
You
people.
have so many years of entertaining people and
Yes.
kids too. Kids, which can be a very difficult audience at times because they're so honest and they're so
Yes.
present and they don't miss
And
a
they're
trick
happy.
and they heckle. Yeah.
Yeah.
I started out doing kids shows at elementary schools for sure. I used to go around and I was Johnny Appleseed, and I had like a 45-minute show about me being Johnny Appleseed.
Whoa.
And it was challenging, you know. It also made a difference how they arranged the kids. Like if the kids were on the floor in a circle around me, show went great. If I was up on a stage and the kids were like down low, it was really difficult. And that just
Yeah,
was the
I-
nature of that show, I guess.
I prefer being right up on the kids. It's just like
Yeah.
it's like the gap. I don't know what the gap. I don't know what it causes, but I like bringing them up on stage and just being part of the kids. I want to be with them. I
Yeah.
suppose.
Yeah. Also, I know when I was Bugs Bunny at Magic Mountain, the closer I got to kids, the bigger I got, though, and they get scared.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if they see Bugs
And
Bunny
the
far
clown
off.
is loud.
Yeah, and you're
The clown
tall
is
too. How
loud.
tall are you?
Yes, I'm 6'3" and a
Six
half.
three.
Yeah, that's kind of scary for a little kid, and you wearing makeup and all that. Look, it's funny. I just stopped wearing makeup in the last like 6 months in September, and then and so all these kids love me, and I show up and they say, "This is Jibo the clown is here," and they looking at me like, "That's
That's
not
not cheap.
Jibo. That's an old man. That dude is old." I had to shave my little beard because I was wearing a beard too for them. When I do magic, I like a beard. As Uncle
Yeah.
Jibo, I'm like a beard. It's just a better look for whatever reason. But for the kids, be like, that's an old dude. He's scary.
He
Put
said
some
that.
makeup on.
That's one of the benefits of being a clown, I guess, right? I mean, you don't
Yeah.
age as much.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you about this though. You started being a clown. How did you choose? Do you always put the same makeup on? Is it always in the same configuration?
Yeah, it's just like I did it for Halloween 88. It was a costume contest. I dressed up as a clown. Somebody else, Zimbo, did it for me. She painted my face, or a sister, whoever painted it. And then it was just one little thing I took off. It was kind of too much makeup for me. And I wore that for the rest of my life. But
Wow.
let me give props to all the Mexican clowns and los payasos.
Yeah.
Because I learned a lot with Zimbo,
Uh-huh.
but Mexican clowns hit me to like my costumes are so much better than the ones that I had then. And then they tried to get me to change my makeup,
Uh-huh.
and a lot of them, one girl in particular, she never said it, but they hated my makeup
Oh no.
because it's really if you ever look at Mexican clown, I like that, but if you look at some Mexican clowns,
Yeah.
man, their makeup is so nice, it's beautiful, and but it takes more time. My makeup, I can do that in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it takes like an hour to put that on.
It takes
I
a
don't have
long
that
time. Well, I saw a Mexican clown. I wish I knew his name. I saw him at a theater here in Los Angeles. He was doing a show, and I was totally blown away by it. Like, it was really phenomenal what this guy was doing. I wish I knew the guy's name, and I wish I even knew what theater it was. It was a theater over by USC. So I kind of have an idea of what you're talking about. It was a phenomenal thing.
They're
So
amazing.
when you were like a little kid, what did you want to be?
I wanted to play football for the Dallas Cowboys.
You
The
did?
sorry Dallas Cowboys. That's my
Really?
team.
You really dodged a bullet there.
They sorry. And then I wanted to be a professional wrestler. But the funniest thing about it is like I had a thyroid condition when I was a kid. Like when I was in high school, I was 6 feet, 118 pounds as a freshman. That's bad, man.
Wow, that's skinny.
I can remember it was funny, like at my middle school, it was like on the honor roll, we was all walking up to the stage and they announced what you want to do when you get out of school. And I said, I wanted to go to McNeese State University and then play football for the Dallas Cowboys. The entire auditorium bust out laughing.
Oh no.
I was like, it was like, and then I was like, Mama, they read it wrong. It's like, it was funny though, but it was like everybody, because they looked at me and were like, this dude is never gonna play football.
Oh my God.
Never.
I remember when
I
I
had
was
surgery right after I got out of high school and I gained weight.
Yeah.
And now I gotta watch my weight now.
Did you ever play football?
No, I played a lot of basketball, but never for a team.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I was always like, like skinny, and then when I gained weight and I played basketball as an adult, and I went back to my 20-year reunion, I was like ready, man. I wanted to play everybody that played on the basketball team. I wanted to play basketball. I mean, like, man, get out of my face with all that. I'm trying to drink my beer and enjoy this picnic. And Jibo want revenge. I wanted revenge for it because I was
Revenge
just
of the
like,
Jibo.
yeah. So look, let's get that out. I have a lot of names, right? I got a lot of names.
You got a lot of
because I do a lot of things.
Yeah.
But Jingles is my thing. But I'm like Jibo the Clown, Jungle Jibo, the Amazing Jibo, Uncle Jibo, Lil Jibo.
A lot of Jibos. Okay, hold on. I just want to put this in here. Howard Ronan says you look totally young, Jingle Man. There you go.
Who does?
Howard says you do.
Oh, thank you, Howard.
You got to
Thank
let
you.
that age thing go. I always say on the show, you're either alive or you're dead.
Yeah.
That's all there
Those are
is.
your options.
Those are your
So
options.
that's what I talk about. Kids talk about, they laugh about me being old. Old is the goal.
Old is
Don't
the
be
goal.
so bold as to think it might happen to you. That's the goal. It's not promised to anybody.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I'm grateful to live to become an old man.
Jane Cantillon says, do clowns age out?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's why I kind of started taking off the makeup, and I'm like, I think I'll probably just be doing as a magician, maybe. Or I could still do it with the clown costume, but the whole
yeah.
makeup thing and all that is just, I don't know.
That's
I
interesting.
guess you get too old. I mean, the kids will tell me when I'm too old, or the
Yeah, let
parents.
the
they'll
kids
stop
tell you.
calling. When they stop calling, that's you aged out. We heard you got these bomb jingles, and I do, but I do not approve of the right wing or their views. But a jingle's a jingle, and business is business. You write checks, I write jingles.
You write checks. I write jingles. So
That's right. That's what I do.
where did the jingle thing come out? Like, were you writing jingles while you were doing magic and clowning?
I write all my life, man. I wrote poems as a kid all my life. I was a gospel rapper. I still am. I mean, I don't rap for anybody, but I've written all my life. I love to write. And even when nobody, my brother, Donald Paul Guillory, has heard every one of my songs, raps, rhymes, because everybody don't want to hear everything you say, but I call him and we talk and he listens to everything. I just get it out, but I never stop writing. And then I think this is one thing that I got right with the comedy so far is the name, because, I got to work on the funny, of course, but it's dangerous to come up with some gimmicky name or whatever, Gregory Guillory. That's a long name. I'm a Guillory for those who don't know. I'm proud to be one.
Yeah.
But the name is it sticks. That's who I am. That's what I've always done. And I just love jingles. It just natural. It comes natural to me to write poems. Rhyming is easy for me.
I love the fact that there's a bird or some birds in the background.
You say, oh, the little chickadees? Yeah, I got little
Yeah.
baby chicks.
So do you have a lot? Do you have a lot of animals, right? You bring them on the road.
Yeah, when I'm on the road, I only take like 5 or 6 animals because they wouldn't survive. It's a struggle, like maintaining 5 or 6 while I'm on the road. But here at my shop, I probably got 30 or 40 different animals. If you count every snake and every spider that I have, at least 30 or 40.
Oh my gosh, I got to show.
That's not counting the rats and roaches. I
Roaches?
breed rats and roaches.
What do you do with the roaches?
I have Madagascar hissing cockroaches, so they're impressive. Kids like them. But the bearded dragons eat roaches.
Oh, wow. Oh, I see. You got this spider, Harry. Is his name Harry?
Yeah, that's Harry.
Wow. And then you got kids with turtles and all kinds of, and there's Harry again. Snakes. You have snakes?
Yeah, kids are brave, man. They're brave.
Look at them. They really are. These are great
and
pictures.
Look, for those who don't know, man, Joel does such a great job. Joel did all this research and cutting and pasting. However he does it. I'm like, I was telling him earlier that I'm a tech enthusiast, but computer illiterate. I'm horrible.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
You do such a great job with all of this, man.
I appreciate that a lot. I tell you. Do you think? Oh, there's applause for me. That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you. I can take a compliment. It even comes with its own applause. I appreciate that. What do you think about that with the social media lately? Or do you feel like that's one of the things that makes it difficult when you're 60 years old to keep up with that stuff?
It's really, it's a lot of different things that show me that I'm old, and it's not physical It is a bit, but it's not nearly as physical as what I thought it was as a young man. I thought a 60-year-old man was broke down, and I mean, I feel great physically for a 60-year-old man. I feel great, but like when I try to do things on my phone, simple things that kids can do, just like that, I'm just like I didn't get a lot of any schooling on it at all, and so.
Yeah, but
It's just
kids can't write cursive these days. The
No,
other day I
okay,
was writing, somebody's like, "You have beautiful handwriting," and I have terrible handwriting. But the person was just amazed that I could do it.
yeah. It's something how all that changes through the generations. What's
Yeah.
important, right? What's important?
Lately, I've been thinking about how kids today say button, and important. They take the medial T's out. So I think
Yeah.
maybe we're gonna have to learn how to do that, because then we'll sound younger.
And there's a lot of things that's what, man. I love the open mics. I don't think all the comedians do. They don't. It's understandable because everybody's ignoring you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but I learned from other comedians. But the one great thing is I learn what's going on in the world.
Me too.
Because they talk about everything. I don't know what's going on.
I have to
right?
Google stuff afterwards. I'm like,
Oh yeah, me too.
who's
Me
the
too.
Haktua girl? What's that? I have
Yeah,
to
all of that
keeps you up. But I don't know. A lot of times it's in the gutter, though. A lot of the kinds of the stuff is really like,
Oh, of course, yeah.
you're not keeping. It's not very highbrow.
No, not at all, man. And I like I was like a little nervous about a lot of things, like like I work clean,
Yeah.
and then I'm like this is not gonna go over because like I guess I didn't mention that yet, and most of the people who know me that might be seeing this is I'm a man of God. I don't know if that comes across in the camera, but then the thing also is like doing comedy. I haven't talked a lot about God yet, and I'm not afraid to.
Yeah.
But you have to be careful because you can't be preaching to people in a club doing comedy, and then
Unless it's really funny, then you can preach.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It takes
Yeah.
time for me to get better at it, to present it to them. But at the meantime, I'm being pelted by all of this garbage.
Oh,
man.
I can't handle it sometimes. I really
It's
can't handle
bad.
it. Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah. Some of this stuff, I'm just like, oh, I didn't need to hear that.
And the other thing I didn't know, I kind of hear that all this lowbrow stuff, but I think really, because it appeals to a lot of people, it does. It doesn't appeal to me.
Oh,
But
yeah.
then I think there's room for all of us, man. It's
That's
like,
what I think. There's room for
everybody
all of us.
doesn't want to hear that.
There's room
And
for
then
all of us. And
my
sometimes you
thing-
go to the Hollywood comedy or even the fourth wall, and your audience just isn't there. And you have to just do your thing anyway.
Yeah, that's
know?
why I say I love doing open mics regardless, because I'm filming every show.
Yeah.
And it's all about getting better for me. And that's the only way I'm going to get better.
Yeah.
All these opportunities in front of the mic, and I watch it and I see improvement. And I'm always working on it. And if they don't laugh and all of them looking at their phone and ignoring me, it really doesn't bother me.
I one time got kind of mad about it. Got a little chippy about it one time. Started digging into somebody who was on their phone or whatever. It didn't work. It's not pretty.
No,
when I get pissed, it's not pretty.
No, I don't see why they allow it to affect them. I mean, because you're not going to change anything.
Yeah.
I hear them all the time talking about people ignoring, and it's in my head. I say it to myself in my head. It does bother me, but I'm not going to let you see me because I'm not here for you. If you're ignoring me, I'm not here for you. Yeah. I'm here for me and whoever wants to listen to me. Yeah. That's why I'm here.
Well, and that's one of the things I think you learn as a performer of any kind is to not take anything too personally. Just, give it your,
and don't
give
get
it your
too
all.
high, don't get too low. If you have a good show, don't get too crazy because it comes around.
What do you think the dangers are of getting too high? You know what I mean? Like that's a very stoic kind of
arrogance.
Yeah.
Arrogant. I despise arrogance. I don't like it at all, man.
Yeah.
And oh Lord, my battery is getting low.
Uh-oh, are you plugged in?
No, I'm not.
Uh-oh. Maybe Lord. You want to go get it and I'll
I'm gonna run.
I'll entertain the troops. Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
This is a tip for anybody in a relationship with an alpha. Next time they flex, give them a bubble bath. They gonna fight you because that's their kryptonite, right? How ignorant can you be in a bubble bath? Right? See, I'm the owner and the operator of the Bubble Bus. Y'all never seen it? I have a huge Ford Transit van with 8 bubble blowing machines, right? I drive coast to coast, flooding the freeways with bubbles. It's a passive aggressive assault on the
Oh my gosh. Okay, Jingle Man's not here, but I have the video of the bubble bus here that I'm going to show you that he talks about in that moment there. Let me see if I can. Boney, can you? This is the part where I really need my assistant Boney to be. He's on his phone now. Boney, come on. Oh, thank you. All right, here we go. This is the bubble bus. It is.
Get down, Bob.
Where is it? There it is. There's Uncle Jibo's bubble bus. Let's go. Okay, this is the fun part of the show where I show you some cool stuff on YouTube while I wait for my guest to come back. Now I lost him completely.
Joe, I'm here.
Are you there? Are you there? Okay,
Yeah,
hold
I'm
on.
here. Can you see me?
It's okay. I was vamping. I can see you. I was just about
that's
to.
embarrassing.
No, don't worry about it. I was just about to show this incredible. If
How
anybody,
long was I going?
like 15, 20 minutes, something like that. Yeah,
No,
it's okay.
that's
We've been
bad.
having a good old time. This is a very interesting thing. I was going to show him this, which is pretty cool. I want to ask you something now. Once we get back to the show here, that was super fun. Okay, Jingle Man, how do you keep it all together? How do you you got a lot of things going on in your life. You got animals, you got clowning, you got magicianing, and now you're doing comedy. How do you have any like rituals that you do or things that you do before you go on stage, or things that really make it a calmer situation for you? Or maybe a more creative situation?
I think it helps that I probably have undiagnosed ADHD. Is that what it is?
ADHD. Yeah, I think
I
it's
got
ADHD.
I'm just like, man, I just have, and another, the bad thing about it probably is like, a jack of all trades, a master of none. I do all these things, and
Are there more things that you do
I'm a pretty
besides
good
those?
magician.
Besides those 3 things, are there other things that you do? Like, you do music, you do jingles.
Yeah, I have a science show also.
You have a science show? See, how did I miss that?
Dr. Steen.
Dr.
Science, technology, engineering, arts, and math.
And is that something you take around to the schools?
Yeah. I do it for schools.
And do
Our
you
partner-
do magic with the potions and such?
Yeah, and it's like all the shows are magic, but then I do actually do some science experiments. I don't know if you ever heard of elephant toothpaste or genie in a bottle, and there's a few other science experiments that I do. And all magic can be explained by science of mathematics.
Oh, that's so interesting. So how do you book your tours? And do you do it all at once, or do you go out and come back and go out and come back, or how does it usually work?
The tour started is because I'm a mama's boy, and I wanted to go back to Louisiana as often as possible. And then I just wanted to see if I could get work while I was back home in Lake Charles, Louisiana. And I started getting a little, and then I was driving, and I was like, I'm going to try to get work en route. And then wherever I had family, I would stop there throughout Texas and Austin, Dallas, Houston, Beaumont. And then I had a cousin, Curtis, in Atlanta. I went there. And then my brother was living in Virginia. So I went to Virginia. And then he moved to New Jersey. And I went to New Jersey. Then he moved to D.C. And so then I'm like, making this loop, and then it really took time to like. There's so many phone calls. It's just like cold calling. Yeah,
Really?
I'm a dinosaur, man. That's the way I get all these the work is just call, call, call on the
Sometimes that's the
phone.
best way.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and
It is a lot of work to cold call. And how do you handle rejection? There's that guy out there on the web who does rejection therapy. But how do you handle that if you're your own manager, essentially, or your own booker?
you
How
know,
do you
I
handle it?
never. It's funny about like with the clowning. The thing that I would rather, and it's kind of as brutal. I would rather you be brutal if I'm calling you about calling your school and I spill my script. I'm gonna be in Dallas on Tuesday, whatever. Would you like? And they tell me call back next week. I'll call at 3:30, and I have to call the same person 6 times and get a no. And you
Yeah.
could have told me no the first time and like saved us both. But I'm obligated to keep calling and calling because I'm trying to do 4 or 5 shows a day, every day,
Oh,
because I have to
wow.
pay for gas and hotels and all the and pay for everything in Los Angeles while I'm on the road
Yeah,
and make a profit somewhere. But I get to see family, so it's beautiful. That's the beautiful thing about it, family and friends.
that is really
And I get
nice.
to see the country. And I
Yeah.
fly my wife out. My wife flew to Florida, to DC, to Virginia, to New York, Virginia, everywhere that I'm traveling, Philly. She'll fly out and meet me on the road for a conjugal visit.
Wow, that's cool. Do you I got a little bit here that you do. Um, let's see, do I still have, oh no, I have no more bits. But that we have the one about the alpha, that your wife is an alpha.
Yes,
And
she
you
is.
and you
Yes,
said
she
that
is.
there's like you can't have two alphas. Or so
No,
one of you
they
has to
don't
take.
coexist. So
They can't
I'm baited
coexist.
by choice. I'm baited by choice. But I live in a world of little men with big egos, and none of them are as powerful, important, or good looking as they think they are. This look. If we talk about voice, Joel, and my voice is just I'm learning it, but the biggest thing, one of the greatest things at all is I'm a frustrated man that I have to choose beta because so many men would die if all because I'm an alpha. I'm alpha. I'm like I'm alpha. But I choose beta. I choose beta for the greater good, for the greater good, because like I'm a big man. I'm a big black man, and I got little people, little people that just like they, and I listen. I don't want to talk about that right now.
I
I
love how
don't. It upsets me, man.
it's
And so I gotta laugh about it. I have to
yeah,
laugh about it and tell jokes.
it
But
upsets you. It upsets you.
it is. It's upsetting. I mean,
Yeah.
why do men act like it's men and some women, like my wife, but I love her, so
Yeah.
she gets away with it. She gets away with it.
So
I got some loved ones in my family too
do
that
you
get
think
away.
that that's what you're doing right now as far as comedy goes for the last 2 years, is you're trying to find your voice and what your point of view is?
Oh yeah, as far as I mean, the reason I'm doing comedy is not for my voice. It was just like the reason I started comedy is I was performing at the Magic Castle,
Hmm.
and then I write my script. I'm trying to be funny, and the people are laughing. I'm like, and everybody's always told me I was funny. I was
Hmm.
like, man, maybe I'm really funny. Maybe I should try to do comedy because I just do what I love to do, and I got bit by the bug. This is
Yeah.
this is permanent for me. If I never make anything money doing comedy, I won't quit. I'm gonna die on stage. I already know that.
You just love it.
I'm gonna die on stage as a clown, magician, comedian in a hotel, or maybe I'll collapse on a 5-year-old birthday cake. I don't know, but I'll be entertaining. Everybody, a lot of people my age, 60 years old, they're getting ready to retire, but I'm not. I won't retire.
Oh, I know
I
how
don't.
that is. Yeah.
I'm making more money than I've had in my life,
I always
and
say I'm
I
just getting
enjoy what I'm
started.
doing.
Just getting
Huh?
started, right? I always say I'm just
Yeah,
getting started.
yeah,
It takes a
yeah,
long time to really know what you're doing. You know what I mean? And then and things constantly evolve. So that it's always a challenge. Comedy is always a
yeah.
challenge. How do you think comedy, do you think comedy and magic are really the same thing in some ways?
They're extreme. There's so many parallels because magic is the art of deception, and comedy you're hiding a punchline.
Yeah,
Punchline comes out of left field.
that's what I think too.
Yeah, and it's so many parallels. Another thing, like this is where I have a few advantages. I think my so many years on stage, but then also the thing about like creating an act. You have all these jokes, but they're the same as tricks. You build an act, you open and close with your best pieces, and then if you're trying something new, you always put it in the middle.
Yeah,
You got new jokes. If you got a new trick, you put it in the middle because people don't, they don't, if it's something that didn't really pop, if it's in the middle, it's not. But if you open with a flop
yeah.
instead of a pop, that's not good. You got to open with something that you know is gonna pop.
And also in magic, you sort of disarm people sometimes by acting like you're bumbling, and then suddenly something occurs. Like there's all kinds
Yeah,
of
that's
little.
my type of magic. I
Yeah.
love comedy magic because I'm not suave at all. I'm not that good.
You do
I
seem
know a lot of
extremely grounded though, and extremely calm up there when you do your magic. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, I love it. I love it. I've
Yeah,
been doing it a
it's
long
probably because
time.
you love it. What about the
Yeah.
Comedy and Magic Club? Do you ever go down there?
In Hermosa?
Yeah, in
Hermosa?
Hermosa.
No,
Seems like
never yet, but
that's your
that's a goal of
place,
mine.
right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I want to go there. You know something I wanted to comment too about.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of your shows. I love it. They've all
Oh,
been great.
thanks.
But
Thank you.
I've learned a lot too. And then like one of your guests, I don't think it was even long ago, but a young lady, she won like it's not it's like at the ice house, there's like a clean something.
Oh
Once
yeah, clean. There's a clean comedy um,
Yeah, I
contest.
want to participate in that. And then, but
Yeah,
she was on Dry Bar.
she was on Dry
Man,
Bar.
that's
That's
like
your place too.
that's a bucket list for me.
Yeah,
Dry Bar. I
yeah.
would love to play the Dry Bar, man.
That would be
Dry
great.
Bar comedy. I would love that.
That would be great
So
for you.
they're all goals. All these are goals.
I think you ought to find out about that contest that goes on. I mean, you kind of have to win to get a Dry Bar, but you could do it.
Oh no, but Dry Bar is far down the line because
Yeah.
another thing with me, I've only been doing this 2 years. My wife has never seen me perform. I'm not even like rushing to get into clubs. I've done like 4 or 5 shows, actual shows, and small like fourth wall and Comedy Boulevard, really
Mhm.
small shows. But I'm more concerned about getting all my stuff right before I just run out there and I mean, that's where you're going to get better in the real clubs. But I can see myself improving because I'm on the mics all the time. I do a lot of mics.
How many mics do you do a week?
Uh, Depends on what season it is. Like if I'm clowning or whatever, and it's busy. But like right now, this time of year, I'm gonna do when I get like 4 or 5 mics in a day when I go to Hollywood, and I'll try to do 2 or 3 a week. I do 10 minimum a week if I'm able to.
And do you
And
follow
that's
any?
the beautiful thing about Los Angeles, man.
Oh yeah.
There's beauty in my hometown, Lake Charles, Louisiana. There's one mic a week, and if you drive from to Lafayette or Beaumont, another 60, 70 miles, there's one mic there or
Wow.
2 mics a week. And so they're out there hustling, right? They're working hard, but and people they have the opportunities here. If you really want to do it, you can get it done here.
Do you follow any kind of methodology as far as your comedy goes? Do you read books or take classes or do anything like that?
Oh, I have a lot of books that are downloaded on Audible, and I watch a lot of comedians that I respect. And but in YouTube, I love YouTube, man. Anything you want to learn at all on YouTube is there, and so if you want to learn comedy, it's on YouTube.
Oh
I
yeah,
love YouTube.
yeah, I do too. So what about the if there's somebody that wants to perform at the Magic Castle, how do they go about doing that? Like if they're a magician.
if you want to perform, if you're a professional magician, you would have to send in a tape to the entertainment committee. That'd be Jack Goldfinger. You'd have to contact him some kind of way, and or email Jack
Do
Goldfinger. And
people
just
have to
send
be members to perform at the?
No, not to perform there. You to get in, you have to be invited by a member. But to perform there, no, there's people from all over the world that they use.
It's such a great
And
place. I love that.
yeah,
And now
they
you,
just look for quality musicians.
yeah, just quality musicians. It's a great place to go, and it's also a place that is, it's kind of true to itself. You know, it's there's nothing fake about it, even though it's about magic. It's real. Like there's real people there performing all the time. They're real magicians, the greatest magicians in the world, and
Yes.
it's exactly what it says it is. You know,
It
where some
is.
things are that they'll like, you know, that you go to the Haunted Mansion or whatever at Disneyland. It's a ride and it's fake, but this is real. I mean, this is a real
Yeah, it's very
magic
unique.
castle.
It's a unique experience. It really is.
Yeah.
It's different. Yeah, it's a special place. It's a really special place. And I mean, if you like magic, there's not a lot of places like this in the world, I would assume. I haven't been all over the world, but there's like I performed at Chicago Magic Lounge a couple of years ago. That was really nice. And there's House of Cards in Tennessee. I would like to perform there, but and there's a few, but I think the Magic House is probably one of the biggest and best because Chicago was beautiful. It was a little smaller. And I think I haven't been to House of Cards, so I can't say.
I went to Warren and Annabelle's in Maui before it burned down.
Oh, you told me
that-
about that. Yeah.
That was incredible. Did I tell you
Yeah.
about that? Really?
Yeah, you did.
Cool.
Yeah, I've heard about it. Yeah, there's places like that do magic and entertain all over the world, but to this magnitude, I don't think it might be two or three about that size and caliber, but I couldn't tell you. I hear that it's one, if not the best.
I want to ask you what happened to your van.
The bubble bus.
The bubble bus. So here you got this great bubble bus. It pumps out bubbles. Kids go
Yeah,
crazy. It's like this incredible magical vehicle. What happened to it?
Yeah, I had 8 bubble blowing machines flooding the freeways with bubbles.
Did you drive down the freeway with bubbles?
Yeah. I was like throughout LA, but cross country though. I was going across the country, and the alphas, man. I told you the alphas the one that did it. Alphas. They set it on fire.
What?
The alphas, yeah, they set it on fire. That's it.
Where were you that it got set on fire?
Now look, okay, that's part of the bit, right? That's the bit now. Is that they set it on fire because bubbles make you gay, right, Joe? You know bubbles make you gay.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Yeah,
about
bubbles make you. I'm gay. You know I'm gay, right?
Well, I mean, obviously with all the bubbles.
Yeah, but that's OG gay. I'm not OG gay, happy gay. But alphas are not happy people. They're not. They don't like all those bubbles. So, but that's because I used to talk about the bubble bus all the time, and it burned up. It was an electrical fire. It was
Yeah.
an electrical fire, and
Was it the bubble machines that caused the electrical fire? Or was
no,
it
I think it might have been the I had all kind of lights all over it and speakers. It was something electrical, and I thank God that I even got like about half of what the van was worth because I really thought they weren't going to pay me anything at all because it was like aftermarket stuff that I had attached to it, and that's why I haven't done anything to the new van yet. I got it wrapped. But I haven't attached any. I love the bubbles, man.
But I love that van too. Like whenever I'd see that van, it's like a precursor to meeting you is to see the van out on the street because you're like, what is this? And probably does that ever get you any gigs having a van that's wrapped like that with your picture on the side? It's great.
Yeah, and the thing about it too is like maybe my alter ego or something. I don't know how to word it, but I'm a terrible promoter of myself.
You are? Doesn't sound like it.
Because I don't like that. I don't like telling everybody, come see me, I'm here. That's why I'm horrible on social media too. And I have to change it because it's not it's not it's not doing me any
You
good.
kind of got to
It's
let
not.
it go. But didn't you? Is it because you toured to schools that you didn't feel like you had to like get
No, I just don't
people to
like.
come see your
I
shows?
don't like telling everybody that I'm so big and important. This is look. I've been doing this a long time, and this show you that it doesn't work. My method does not work. I've been doing this 36 years. I'm like, you just keep your head down and work, and everybody's gonna see you. You
Yeah,
are great. You are amazing because you've
yeah,
been doing this for so long.
yeah.
And no,
That's not
people,
true.
maybe today might be the day, Joel.
You know that whole
Today
thing?
might
Yeah,
be the
today might
day.
be the
I'm,
day.
I'm on lunch therapy.
That's this.
This
This
is
is the
my
day you're
big
going to get
break.
discovered. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
this
mean,
is
but
it.
I think you're right about that. Especially maybe even now, it's even more true. Like sometimes we listen to our idols, like Steve Martin always said, "Be so great they can't deny you."
That is it. Yeah, and that really is my. I've always, before I ever heard him say that, that was my mentality. If I'm just great, how can you ignore me?
Yeah,
But they do. They do.
but they do. Well, not everybody's going to get you. You know what I mean? Like you're going
Uh,
to not. You can't be everyone's favorite comedian. You can
no, no,
try. You
no.
can try, but it's actually better to try and find be some people's favorite comedian.
Right, right,
You
right.
know,
Get in where you fit in. Get in where you fit in.
get in
But
where
I
you
don't I
fit
don't
in.
like that. I don't like that. People begging you to come see me. That's just not my personality. And I gotta adjust something, maybe a happy medium.
Somehow
But
you have to
that's
get
back
past that. I
to the
understand that too.
van.
I totally
The
understand that.
van
Yeah,
gets me attention, the bubbles too. That's why I did all of that.
yeah,
Because it's not me, right? I'm not out there. Hey, come see me. No, it's the van. The van. Hey, come see Gbo. The van blow up bubbles. I got speakers. I got all of that. You can't miss the bubble bus, right? You can't
yeah.
miss it.
You know
So
what's weird
that's
too about doing business and being a comedian?
uh-huh.
Like if you run into any kind of business argument, like how much you get paid or whether you got paid or all that stuff, it can be very uncomfortable if you're a wacky comedian or a magician with your picture on your bubble bus. Do you ever have that problem where you have to like become the alpha, become the heavy to get paid or negotiate or something like that? How do you balance that?
No, the thing about it is like it's like maybe two or three people never paid me,
Hmm.
but I just don't. All right, beta by choice again. It's just like I just wait them out. I just like you get your money over a period of time. I don't stress over a couple of $100. If you owed me $10,000, I'd be upset and I'd
Hmm.
call a lawyer or something.
Hmm.
But over a couple of $100, I'm not gonna whatever. And the people that do owe me $200 they'll never see me again. So
Hmm.
it's a learning lesson.
Yeah, sometimes you got to learn along the way.
Hmm.
Well, this has been a really great conversation. I really appreciate you being on the show, Jingle Man. We're about to
Thank you
run
for
out of
having me,
time.
man. I appreciate it.
I At the end of the show, you're very welcome.
You're
By
not
the
gonna make
way,
me dance, are you?
I'm going to make you dance, of course.
Oh man, I kind of know that already, and like
You
believe
did,
it like all things are not true about black men. Like I am a rapper, I play basketball, but you can ask my wife.
you
I'm a
can't
horrible
dance.
dancer.
Sure.
I'm a
Well, you
horrible
can't do
dancer.
everything. You can't be everything to
Dance like
everybody.
a white boy.
It's okay. I've got a something that's not super danceable, but I thought it was a really kind of, I don't know. It's a song that just kind of struck me lately. It's a song by this woman. Her name is Malvina Reynolds.
Okay.
She was like a contemporary of Pete Seeger. So, but the song I just think has a good quality about. It's called Little Boxes, and it's sort of like about the way everybody puts themselves in a box, and our culture puts people in boxes. And I just feel like you're a person that's not in a box.
No, I'm not.
You're not in a box. So we're gonna dance. You don't have to dance. You just kind of enjoy the music.
My idiots.
And it's a cover song. It's always a cover song.
Right.
This cover song is by a woman named Alicia. I don't even know her last name, but you'll see it on the screen. Thank you again for being on the show. I really
Thank
appreciate
you
it.
for having me, Joel. I appreciate it.
Where can people
I'll bring
see?
your bottle to Hollywood Comedy next
All
time I see
right,
you.
bring the bottle.
I got it for you.
And where can people like see you? You've got the in the show notes. I got both of your Instagrams, and then you also got a website, but that's Uncle Jibo.
UncleJibo.com is the magician.
Okay. Do you have one for your comedy website?
It's Jingle Man Comedy on Instagram, but
okay,
I'm
Comedy.
like, I'm new to it, and then
yeah, you're just starting out with it.
Yeah, I'm not doing a whole lot yet, and I'm excited about it though.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm excited to see what happens. All right, let's do this thing. Dance break time. Thanks everybody for joining us today. Next show is on Tuesday. Alicia Ray. Here she is. Where are we, though? I'm going to put you on the screen.
Little boxes on the hillside. Little boxes made of ticky-tacky. Little boxes on the hillside. Little boxes all the same. There's a green one and a pink one and a blue one and a yellow one. And they all made out of ticky-tacky and they all look just the same. And the people in the houses all go to the university and they are put in boxes.
What was that show? Weeds?
Boxes all the same.
Yeah.
And there's doctors and there's lawyers and business executives and they are made of ticky-tacky and they all look just the same.
This is Charlie.
She's talented.
And they
She is
all
talented, huh?
live on the golf
I
course
love these ones where
and
one person does it all.
dream about it, that's right. And they have pretty children and the children go to school.
And they're all real simple
And the
instruments.
children
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
to
Beautiful.
and then to the university and they are put in boxes and they come out all the same. And the boys go into business
beautiful.
and marry, raise a family and they are put in boxes, little boxes all the same. There's a green one and a pink one and a blue one and a yellow one and they all made out of ticky-tacky and they all look just the same.
Beautiful. That was well done.
That
well
was-
done.